Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to What Kind of Music on 96.7 Phoenix FM. We're here chatting today with the awesome band who've done the first live in studio session here at Yew Tree Studios, the phenomenal DOOGLE. Would you like to introduce yourselves and your roles within the band, please?
I am DOOGLE. I play guitar and I sing, and I have some friends that want to say hello.
I'm Harrison, I play the bass.
I'm Jack and I play the drums.
And we also have Luke, the keyboard player, but he had to leave. He's got to go to Bolton, poor guy.
To Bolton?
Yeah, all the way.
All the way. All the way to Bolton. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a 70s hair metal song.
Treacherous journey. Hi, Bolton.
When did DOOGLE form and how did you originally come together?
So, I started writing music when I was about 14. I started busking. I met a homeless guy in High Wycombe, and I just started playing guitar, and he asked me if I wanted to play a few songs while he went for like a wee or something. So I played his guitar, busked, and I fell in love with it. Started busking like the week after, and then started writing songs about a month after that. Released my first song in 2022 or 2021, not sure, in like October time. And then I went to college and met my lovely band, who my band's kind of always interchanging. So my usual drummer, Sadie, and Harrison I met at college. And then Jack I've known for yonks because we played cricket together. So when Sadie is... I can't think of a word that's not a swear word. When Sadie's messing about in Egypt, Jack steps in and saves the day. And he's probably played some of our biggest gigs, to be fair. Like he played Northern Quarter, album release and stuff. Yeah. So, yeah.
Are you advocates of the game quick cricket as well?
Oh, I prefer French cricket.
Yeah.
You know, when you stood like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been captured as well on video.
The only one on the couch who doesn't know anything about cricket. This is great. I don't know a single... Cricket is not my sport, man.
You're a fan of 10cc then, you don't like cricket. How does the songwriting come around? Do you have a formula that works as a group? Like, no. Obviously it comes from a certain place, but is it very sporadic when it comes to...
Yeah, I just think of stuff. I won't write for like months, and I'll write like an album in a week, and then like out of those 12 songs, like 8 will get scrapped. But it'll be like, I'll just think of like something wherever, and I'll write it down, and I'll turn it into something when I'm feeling creative. And then I sometimes I'll write the parts, and sometimes I'll let the band write their parts, and then share it with them when it's like almost ready to record. I kind of leave it till the last minute to share with the band, and then then they do their magic with it.
Have you heard the lyrical genius game that David Bowie used to do, where he'd get scraps of paper with ideas on and just like stick it together like a fridge magnet thing?
We're going to do it with medical records.
Yeah.
Well, people do it with books all the time, don't they, where they get like lyrics from books and things like that. Sure. It's like quite a good way of doing it, I think.
At this point, when the recording goes out, you're very close to releasing a new EP that you perform tracks off today.
Yeah.
Is there a cohesive narrative lyrically or sonically in this collection of tracks?
Yeah, so it's like a sandwich, right? So the song at the top and the song at the bottom, Settle Down Part 1 and 2, they're about like my hometown, which is kind of like Huddersfield, Halifax, either or, and they're written from like conflicting perspectives. So the first one's written, like, I feel like there's a small town mindset, right, where people want to leave, but they're encouraged by their family and their friends to like stay in that town, and there's not the growth there that you want. Mm-hmm. So the first song is written about like from the perspective of the people that want you to stay, because they talk about how great things are, and the second one is kind of like the opposite of that, and it's from the perspective of the people that want to leave, and it talks about how good things are, but also like that there's more around. And then the other two songs are kind of a similar theme. They're all quite more personal than a lot of my stuff has been. So Youth is a song I wrote about my sister when she came back from America, because we'd never really got on growing up, and then she went away and came back and she was like cool. So that one's about that. She like developed as a person over time, and so we were that one's kind of, yeah. And then the third one, Home is Where the Bricks Are Laying, is literally written about my house. Like, there's lyrics like the back door see more winters than I have left to go. Like, the back door that's with my house is like 200 years old. So unless I live to 218, then it has literally, it's quite truthful. And like, and there's little things like the lyric about the doorknob not working and the light switch not working, and it's like, you could fix them. It'd probably like a 10-minute handyman job, but it's kind of like more cozy to not. And yeah.
Are the people who inspire you lyrically as a songwriter who you've listened to growing up?
Neutral Milk Hotel, definitely the biggest one. I love Jeff Mangum's sort of artistry and songwriting. Mountain Goats, who have just the biggest discography ever.
Yeah, they do.
They inspire me quite a lot, and just any sort of that like anti-folk late 90s early 2000s sort of, you know, Radiator Hospital, Johnny Hobo and the Freight Trains, Pat the Bunny, all those sort of bands definitely, and then like a bit of Midwest emo as well, so Modern Baseball, anything really. But yeah, that's probably Neutral Milk Hotel, definitely the biggest inspiration.
Do you find it challenging navigating kind of promotion, bookings, all that kind of stuff? How does it work with DOOGLE?
So until very recently, I've done it all off my own back. So we've done like self-promoted headline tours, self-promoted support tours, no agent or manager or anything like that. Very recently, we've got a manager, and hopefully that's going to make things an awful lot easier. But I really want to play festivals more, and getting on the festival circuit is so difficult. Everything else, I found that people are really helpful if you make genuine connections.
Receptive.
So, yeah, if you go into the venues, you're at open mics, you're talking to people all the time, then people genuinely want to help you.
Mm.
So yeah, and obviously starting young, you get a bit more lenience. I feel like you can be annoying when you're 15. Like when I was sending emails to every promoter under the sun when I was 15, like they've got to feel bad for me. I'm a kid. I'm just doing what kids do, right? But when you're 18, it's a bit like, yeah, you need a bit more professionalism on your side, which I've definitely learned. But I do events management as well, at like 6 venues now. So that having those skills kind of transfers over. But yeah, recently we've got a manager, and hopefully that means that things are going to start going crazy.
Awesome.
To be fair, you've always been quite good at the networking side of stuff, haven't you? Like with getting gigs and meeting other bands and things like that. Like with Grow, for example, is a band we know, and countless others, and like,
yeah, big up Grow.
Yeah, we network quite a few with other bands, and I think that helps sort of get an outside perspective on how to develop yourself musically.
It's also like helping people out, you know, like if a band gives you a support slot, then you give them one. You know, like if I go and support a band in Liverpool that are a Liverpool band, I should bring them over here and have them support me in Huddersfield. It's just,
Definitely.
It's the right way to do things, in my opinion.
I think because on this show we're focusing a lot on West Yorkshire outfits, there seems to be a real hotbed of activity with people locally to us at the moment who are doing great things. And obviously we're reaching out to get them to come in and do sessions. And one thing Liam mentioned as well, it's a kind of full circle moment for him because he'd worked with you previously, but never fully met.
Yeah, for sure.
Other people that you've worked with in that way before, where it's been kind of without being in the studio space with them, so to speak, or?
So like, in terms of recording, everything was... before the album with Liam, everything was like done in my room, produced by me. And then Liam, I think he sent me a message, or maybe he put like an Instagram story out, and he was just looking for little projects to do. And at first he offered to do it for free, but that like I find it very hard to accept things for free. So I paid him what I could. You know, I was 16, so it couldn't pay him loads. But so then he produced that, and we obviously never met, but. This new EP has been done in an actual studio with Luke. He was playing keys. He's produced that. But the master and engineer I've not met, but again, kind of a similar thing. I know him relatively well. So yeah, I mean, a bit of both. But no, the most of my connections are going from networking events, college, open mics, things like that.
You're not known for doing covers, but if you could re-record one record playing it yourselves, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question.
And if you can each answer that as well,
first.
it'd be good
If we
to have
could re-record one song in ours. Oh God, I'd want to pick like a metal song just to be weird for DOOGLE. You know what I mean? Like a Tool song or something. I think like The Pot by Tool would be pretty cool.
Oh, I was thinking possibly like something like not as heavy as Tool, but not at the same as Dougal. So like The Way I Tend to Be by Frank Turner, maybe.
Frank Turner's banging.
A Stroke song would be pretty cool as well. Sorry, it's a Stroke song. Like literally any Stroke song would be pretty sick to do.
I'd say like I've been called a happy Morrissey, so so maybe like a Smith song or like a Morrissey song, like a Cemetery Gates would be a shout. There's one that I'm thinking of, but I just can't remember the name. A rush and a push and the land is ours. Yeah.
Have you got any particular gig experiences that you can talk about that might be quite funny or anecdotal that are clean?
But yeah, Bradford, it's gonna be hard to make it clean,
Okay.
but I will try my very best. So we got offered a show in Bradford to go on our tour, and I was buzzing. A band called Cry About It, who unfortunately aren't together anymore, but when they were quality.
All fun, all good lads as well, aren't they?
Yeah, all very nice people, and we were so excited for this gig. First time playing in Bradford, it was at the 1 in 12 club. Psyched. Show up, the sound guy was an hour and a half late, so we were all stood in the alleyway, and if you've been to the 1 in 12, you know that alleyway is a bit sketchy.
Yeah.
There were homeless people doing illegal activities right outside the door. There was a lot of rats, and we were stood there with all our fancy music gear, just hoping we weren't going to get robbed. Sound guy finally showed up. We went inside, and he rolled a special cigarette and went outside and said, "We'll start in 10 minutes." So, okay, there's an hour to soundcheck 4 bands. This is going to be difficult.
It was not 10 minutes.
And it was not 10 minutes.
Not 10 minutes.
Because this special cigarette may have had an impact on his timekeeping skills. And then we played, and it was like 3 punk bands supporting us, and obviously we are not punk at all. But then the people showed up. There was like 60 people there. It was an absolute quality gig. It was just a really weird start to the day, but we had great fun. We loved it.
It's quite funny. My friend was in a band. I can't really name him, but he not because they're mega famous or anything, but just because it's a ridiculous story, and he I can't even fully remember their name, to be honest. But I remember the guy was called Ryan, and he did it. His first gig was next to a Greek restaurant where they were smashing loads of plates.
Oh hell yeah!
And you couldn't hear a single thing on stage except plate smashing. And he was like, "How's this gig going to go well?" They ended up playing to 4 people. 2 of them they were related to.
Oh, we've had that. We had a gig at Eagle Inn in Salford, and it was like 2 of the bands pulled out the day before, and they were the band that sold all the tickets, and we literally paid to like 3 people and my dad. And we were played to more photographers than actual audience members.
We've had a few gigs in Retro that were like that, whereas Retro in Manchester, we've been playing to like 5 people, and there's been like a pillar in the middle of the stage.
The thing with the Retro is the lights are so blinding that you could be playing to a sold out crowd and you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
Fog and the lights just blind you, like that you cannot see it.
So warm as well.
Yeah,
It's dry ice, and the smell of the dry ice. It's oh god, I can't see what you're doing or anything.
Do you have a particular favourite independent venue that you support, or that you've played at?
Oh, that's such a hard choice.
I know it's difficult.
Quite like Grayston.
Yeah, I was going to say Grayston's got to be there. Grayston, like
Parish independent.
Parish is independent. Can we do? I love Parish as well, but can I do a top 3? And Parish unfortunately isn't in there. I love Parish. But Old Parish was elite. You wouldn't know Old Parish, I don't think.
Old Parish was great.
Old Parish was quality. Parish now is still great. But my top 3 have got to be Grayston Unity in Halifax, Puzzle Hall in Solby Bridge, Northern Quarter in Huddersfield.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Northern Quarter's a good shout actually. I didn't think of Northern Quarter.
So Puzzle is just great for like first starting out. All the gigs are free entry and the bands get paid well. Like what more can you ask for? Like they've got no excuse. Like you know when you want to sell tickets and people are like, oh, it's a bit too expensive. Puzzle, everything's free, so it's accessible for all.
I'm going to see What Gorilla there in a bit. I think they're great.
You what, sorry?
I'm going to see a band called What Gorilla.
Oh yeah, that's
sick.
really
sound mathcore stuff.
So it's accessible for all, and the bands still get paid well.
Yeah.
Grayston is just quality. New Grayston is also like still sick. Old Grayston was amazing, and then Northern Quarter, like I started, like that was the first proper stage I played on first of the open mic, and then it was the first proper gig I ever did, supporting a band called Chinese Football.
Awesome.
That was by myself.
Was Northern Quarter the first gig I played with you? Or was that?
First gig I played with you.
Northern Quarter's just been the start of everything, basically. Yeah.
We've kind of leaned into it a bit, but what have you lined up for the rest of the year?
So obviously, as you listen to this, tomorrow we will be playing Parish upstairs, which is very exciting. And then we've got a festival in Manchester Soundwave, like the week after that. And then there's little bits here and there for the rest of the year, but I can't talk too much about that. But they'll be exciting. And then next year is going to be massive. There's a lot of whispers in the wind. Again, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say and how much I'm not. But
Go well, it'll be fun.
if things go bad, it'll still be fun. We'll work it out. But yeah, I think it's always sort of for us. It's like release at the end of summer, and then just like have a little bit of a chill winter as like Christmas happens and all that, and then like spring's like touring season when we can. So yeah, I think there are things to look out for, but I don't know how much I can talk about them.
Beautiful. Have you got a particular favourite song in the set you played today?
For me, it's Youth.
I was feeling it.
For me, it's Youth.
Yeah, big time. I was feeling Youth.
The trumpet in the recording is sick as well.
Not usually my favourite, but I really enjoyed doing Ballad today. That dead sad one. That was really fun, I think. The good feel behind it and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got to say it was Ballad as well. It just went so well, I know.
Well, I hated Ballad. So.
Because Ballad's like one of the most simpler ones. At least for bass, it's quite simple.
Glow Stick
just
sounded
got-
really different as well.
Glow
To me.
Stick.
It sounded really different.
Yeah.
It was fun with the bass solo
Yeah.
thing at the start we've started doing. That's really fun.
That was really fun. I like the chilled out start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks
Thank
for
you
coming
very much
down.
for having us.
And yeah, we're going to be playing lots more Dougal on the radio in weeks and months to come. And
you
it's
very
been an absolute vibe. Thank you very much.
Too early on the camera. Yeah. Thank you.